talking about Michigan and Ohio State and these programs seemingly going in opposite directions. And I know it's kind of hard to talk about that because, you know, they were a field goal away from playing for a national championship this year. They backdoored themselves into the playoff. But at the same time, you are one loss in Ann Arbor away from a firing there in Columbus. And I don't think there's no way Ryan Day survives a third straight loss to Michigan. I just don't believe he does.
Yeah, and we were, a couple seconds away from not losing to freaking Appalachian State in Ann Arbor, but it happened and we lost. Like, it is what it is. They are what they are now. They're a team that can't beat Michigan. They're a team for whatever it is in the second half. Even in the first half, they struggled to beat Michigan. They struggled in the trenches. Michigan, Jim Harbaugh has built this team in the trenches. Linemen on the offensive side, 2 years in a row, they've won that award. 2 years in a row. And on the opposite side, you look at the defensive line, 2 years in a row, you've had studs. They destroy Ohio State. Now, this is where I say it's over. It's not just that Michigan is beating Ohio State. They're having their way with Ohio State. It's not even interesting in the second half, if you will, anymore, especially the fourth quarter. It's just not. The Ohio State fans, they're off on Ryan Day. The kids seem like they're just trying to get basically to the NFL. And look at it this way. For Ohio State to be wide receiver you, I mean, you talk about, look at who's there now. You got the best two receivers in the country there now. You got Marvin Harrison Jr. and you got Ibuka. They're 1 and 2 in most polls and 1 and 3 in some polls. Look at who they've had: Chris Olave, Garrett Wilson, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Paris. The list goes on.
Marvin Harrison Jr.
I just said that.
Yeah.
So why, if I'm one of the best quarterbacks in the country, why would I choose a school that hasn't had a 1,000-yard receiver since since Jeremy Gallon? Why would I choose a place that doesn't throw the ball like that? Why would I choose that place over Ohio State, where I know I can easily be a Haskins or C.J. Stroud or Justin Fields and fall in line? It's because that program's not as good as that program in Ann Arbor, and I know that.
They're getting drafted,
So
though.
why? Yeah, they're getting, but guess what? They're shortening and shortening and shortening and shortening. You got Paris Jackson and you got a couple receivers this year. Ohio State is shortening and shortening. They used to have 3 DBs in the first round, a lineman. You had a couple Bosa brothers or Chase Youngs. You're not having that anymore. That program is falling apart, and recruits can see it.